Welcome back to Cozy Cashmere Chats with Arie. This video is all about my divorce at 40 years old. It is long overdue. It's actually almost 2 years overdue. So stay tuned and hear my point of view about being divorced. Well, now I'm almost 42. So stay tuned. Okay, so um, today's topic is about me being divorced at 40. I'm almost 42. I'll be 42 in a couple of weeks, December 27th. Anyway, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that I stayed so long in my marriage because I really thought I had um, to stay married because I was always the type of person where um, I wanted the marriage, I wanted the picket fence, I wanted the house, the family, the career, stuff like that. I thought I wanted it all by a certain age. And even though I had some of those things, it was a lot of things like emotionally um, and spiritually that wasn't there in my marriage that um, the signs was probably there. I just didn't either recognize it or want to see it or whatever. But I thought I had to stay just because I've always thought that that was what I needed to do. The second thing is I didn't want to hear "I told you so," especially from my mom. Um, yes, mothers, fathers, they have intuition and they, care and love about their kids and stuff like that. But um, I just didn't want to hear "I told you so." Like she felt like from the beginning um, that she felt that he wasn't a good person for me. But I just had to find out for myself, and um, I did. So I thought I really had to um, stay. That was another reason why I thought I had to stay because I didn't want to hear "I told you so," or I didn't want her to be right that he wasn't the right person for me. Um, I wanted to prove everybody wrong. Um, Other people saw the signs before I did, and I just wanted to prove them wrong and say, hey, like things are working out for us. We are okay. Like he really does love me, but it wasn't the case at all. So, which leads into me having lack of self love. For a long time, I was searching for the love I felt like I didn't get from my dad and some of it from my mom. Um, I did have a village help that helped raise me, grow up, and I had my mom, my grandmother, my grandfather, my uncles, my aunts. I had everybody. I have a big, big, big family, and um, I just didn't know how to love myself because I always thought that I had to get that love and approval from everybody else, and um, which made me have self lack of self awareness, lack of self love, lack of self care, um, a lot of things. So I just felt like um, that I needed the love from everybody else. I needed the love from my husband. That my husband was supposed to um, give it to me, and it wasn't until recently, a few years ago, it was an interview by Will Smith, and he said that he had to realize that he couldn't um, give all the love to Jada Pinkett she had, or vice versa, one of them. Well, I know he was saying it, but he was saying that he couldn't give all his love to Jada, that she had to have self, or he couldn't get all his love from Jada. He had to have self love for himself, and vice versa. So that's that's what I had to figure out on my journey while I was married, and in my healing phase. I figured that out as well. The number one, well, one of the number one things too also was that I thought I could fix him. I thought that the love that he was missing from his family, especially his dad, was missing out of his life, um, and his mom was missing out of his life. Some years, I thought that my love would be enough for him, but it wasn't. He had to do the healing for himself. He had to do the work for himself, and I hope he's on that journey now. And like I said, I thought that my love would be enough for the both of us, but um, it wasn't. The last thing was my expectations for being married was not my reality, and it took a long time for me to get that and to understand that. Like one time, my uncle said to me, one of my uncles said to me, you know, you can't live in a glass house. And I really had to sit back and, you know, really analyze what he was saying about that, because I really thought that I knew my marriage was not perfect by any means, but I really thought that it was good in some aspects, and it needed work on other things. We were in counseling for a long, long time. And well, actually, no, we were in counseling for a little bit of time. I was in counseling for a long, long time. I should have known that when he didn't want to, at times, put in the effort to do the healing and the counseling and stuff like that, that was a red flag. But I was not paying attention to the red flags at all. So, what made me decide to get a divorce was True Colors came out. His True Colors came out, and I was tired of hiding my true colors. I by no means was not perfect in my marriage, and I really thought that in my mind that he was mostly the trouble and I wasn't, but I wasn't perfect at all. And when the true colors were revealed by the things of his actions, my actions, what was said, then that's when I knew that it was just time to let it go. I always believed in the saying that if you let something go and it comes back to you, then it was truly meant to be. So that's what I thought, that we were going to come back together, but eventually that didn't work out either. So I also had to put myself first, and I started my healing journey. I didn't realize how broken I was from childhood wounds and um, just a lot of things, like everything can disrupt your mental, um, and not realizing that you didn't love yourself enough. You have to love yourself enough to know that you are enough without anybody to say that they love you, to give you approval, things of that nature. So I had to really go within myself and realize what I was doing wrong, and, heal myself. So, um, the other thing I forgot was that we didn't choose each other. A lot of outside aspects um, was really affecting our marriage, and it didn't necessarily have to be people, even though people were um, a big influence in the ending of my marriage. The other things were like just like I was going this way and he was going that way. Like we had different aspects of the way that our marriage supposed to be. And then also, I was trying to grow financially and physically, and um, just in every aspect of the word. Oh, in my career, and we wasn't matching. Our lanes were not coming together, and he wanted to do the same things that he was doing when we first met. Um, and I just it wasn't working out for us. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm in a better place. Um, I've been on my healing journey for the past 2 years, 3 years, and um, I hope he is on that journey too. He wasn't when we first got divorced, so and I haven't had contact to see if he was doing those things or not. But I always wish him well, anybody else well that has come into my life. Um, Never wish anything ill to anybody, but my journey through my marriage was a learning lesson. It wasn't. I don't have any ill feelings about it, but I just learned that the next time being in a serious relationship and being married, that I would put myself first always and have self love for myself and self care, and you know, and the person that's supposed to be with you will understand those things because they're doing it for themselves as well. So that is all I have about my marriage, and while I'm divorced at 40 and 42, I'm still divorced, and I'm more patient now. Like, I'm not rushing into things. I do have a partner now that really loves and cares for me, and we're not rushing it. I'm not rushing it. Like, um, I learned a lot of lessons, so I'd rather just go with the flow and enjoy life while I'm doing it. So I hope to see you next time in my next video. This is it for me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.